In the quiet hum of existence, where the world's clamor fades into a distant murmur, a journey begins. Not of distance, but of depth. This is the story of how a woman can be reborn, not in the fanfare of a new beginning, but in the profound, sacred hush of silence. It is a cinematic exploration of finding oneself when all else is stripped away. A testament to the power that blossoms when we dare to be still. Here, away from the noise, is where the truest version of the self is waiting to be heard. Not as a shout, but as a whisper that echoes through the soul. There is a sanctuary that exists beyond the reach of endless notifications and the relentless pressure to perform. It is the sanctuary of inner peace, a space cultivated not by addition, but by subtraction. Here, she lets go of the world's expectations, the symphony of opinions that once dictated her rhythm. The silence is not an emptiness, but a canvas. On it, she begins to paint with the colors of her own breath, the gentle cadence of her heartbeat. Each quiet moment is a pilgrimage inward, a slow, deliberate walk toward the core of her being. The wind through the leaves becomes her teacher, the gentle lapping of water against the shore, her guide. In this stillness, she learns to listen to the language of her own heart, a dialect she had long forgotten. She discovers that peace is not an achievement to be won, but a homecoming to a place that was always there, buried beneath the debris of a loud and demanding life. This quietude becomes the fertile ground for self-discovery. Without the reflection of others' eyes, she finally sees herself clearly. The layers of who she was supposed to be peel away like old skin, revealing the raw, authentic self beneath. In the silence, there are no roles to play, no masks to wear. There is only the truth of her own existence in all its complexity and beauty. She traces the map of her scars, not with regret, but with a newfound reverence for the battles they represent. She unearths forgotten dreams, passions that were quieted by the chorus of practicality. This journey is not about finding a new self, but about remembering the one who was there all along. The silence gives her the courage to meet this person, to sit with her, to understand her, and finally, to embrace her completely. It is an intimate conversation with the soul, where every unspoken thought is heard and every hidden feeling is validated. From this deep well of self-awareness, the process of healing begins. The noise of the world often serves as a distraction, a way to numb the wounds we carry, but in the quiet, there is nowhere to hide. The silence invites the pain to the surface, not to overwhelm her, but to be acknowledged, to be held with compassion. She allows the grief, the disappointment, and the heartache to flow through her, like a river cleansing its own bed. It is a gentle alchemy, turning leaden sorrow into golden strength. She learns that healing is not a race to be won, but a slow, tender dance with her own history. She forgives the past, not because it was just, but because her own peace is more precious than the weight of resentment. In the quiet, she mends the broken pieces of her spirit, not by forcing them together, but by giving them the space to fuse naturally, creating a mosaic more intricate and resilient than before. This gentle healing cultivates a quiet strength, a force that does not need to be announced. It is the strength of a deep-rooted tree, flexible in the wind but unshakable at its core. It is a power born not of aggression, but of profound self-possession. Having faced her own shadows in the stillness, the judgments of the outside world lose their sting. Her confidence is no longer sourced from external validation, but from an unshakable inner knowing. She moves through the world with a newfound grace, her presence a quiet testament to the resilience of the human spirit. This strength is not loud. It is a steady, unwavering light that emanates from within, a calm certainty that she is enough, just as she is. She has built her fortress not of stone and mortar, but of silence and self-love. Finally, she is ready for renewal. This is not a dramatic transformation, but a subtle, powerful shift in being. She reemerges into the world, not as she was, but as who she has become. The silence is no longer a retreat, but a portable sanctuary she carries within her. She can engage with the world's noise without being consumed by it, for she knows the path back to her own inner quiet. This rebirth is a quiet revolution, a declaration that her wholeness does not depend on anything outside of herself. She has learned to be her own healer, her own champion, her own home. In the beginning was the silence, and in the silence she was reborn, not into a new life, but more deeply and truly into her own.